हेलो एवरीवन एंड वेलकम बैक टू चैनल। तो आज हम वीक 3 करेंगे सिस्टम कमांड्स का। आई नो दिस वीडियो इज लॉन्ग ओवरड्यू and this video is supposed to come out last week, but I was dealing with some problems of my own, so I couldn't, and I'm sorry for that. From this week we will do week 3 and week 4 both. Week 4 will be uploaded in a couple of days, and before G and from now on all videos will be, each week there will be one video covering that week's topics. Okay, like week 4 week, like next week there will be week 5 video, after that there will be week 6. Okay, those like videos will be on schedule, and before OPP there will be OPP videos, and just don't worry about it. Okay, so okay, let me know in the comments how many of you are solely relying on my videos only for everything. Okay, I know there might be a really small portion of that, but if someone like that is out there, even one, then please do let me know in the comments. Okay, yeah, so without further ado, let's just get started. So week 3, the first thing is executing multiple commands, the first thing that we learned in week 3. Okay, 1 second. Yep, so let me get, I think I haven't used it. Okay, so first thing is executing multiple commands. Okay, basically meaning if we can execute multiple commands by just giving one command, like in one line. Okay, so there are three basic differences between these. Oh, sorry, not differences, but three basic ways to do this. Okay, so first thing is command 1, command 2 and command 3 separated by semicolons. Okay, so what this will do is it will execute each command one after another. Okay, so each command will be executed one after another. Okay, so let's just do it simultaneously. Okay, let me show you else. Okay, I did just else. So yeah, let me show you ls. So let me say first, okay, then also ls storage. Yeah, ls storage / test. Okay, so basically there is a storage directory, inside that there is a test directory, and inside that there is text1.txt. Okay, let's say I need to create a new file text1.txt inside this test directory, but I do not want to execute multiple commands for that. So what I will do is first I need to go into storage. Okay, then I will do semicolons because I need to execute it after the cd storage. Then I need to go inside cd storage, cd test, and then I need to create the file. Okay, touch test1.txt. Okay, so what this will do is first it will go inside storage. Okay, cd storage, it will execute that command, then it will execute the cd test command. Okay, then it will create the test1.txt inside that. Okay, one after the other commands will be executed. Okay, so now we are inside storage test. If we do ls, you can see test1.txt is created. Okay, so that's how you create multiple at once. Okay, next is and command. This is and command. Okay, basically meaning command 2 will only be executed if this command runs. Okay, so I'll okay, and double pipe means command 2 will only run if command 1 does not execute. Okay, so let's say cd double dot. Okay, so I know inside storage there is a directory called test. Okay, so cd test. Okay, and touch t.txt. Okay, let's say. So what this will do is first it will go inside cd test. Okay, since test directory exists, so the first command will succeed, and that's why the next command will also be executed. Okay, that is test.txt. Okay, so if we enter this, okay, and if we do ls, then yeah. Okay, but let's say cd anything. Okay, ls not. Okay, let's say instead of cd test we say cdt. Okay, there is no t directory. Okay, so the first command will fail. If first command fails, then also we won't be seeing t.txt. Okay, okay, I need to remove this or else you won't be able to understand. Okay, rm rf t.txt. Okay, now let's run this again. Okay, so this should not create t.txt. Okay, because first command will fail. Okay, so if now we do ls, okay, there is no t.txt. Okay, the t.txt which we saw in the last command, that was from when we successfully executed that. Okay, so so this is how and works. And now if we run the same command cd.txt, but instead of and we say pipe, we do double pipe. This means what double pipe does is, if the first command does not execute, then only the second command will execute. Okay, so now if we do if we run this, cdt will not execute because there is no directory. But if we do ls, then t.txt will appear. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, this is how pipe symbol works. Okay, so I have explained all three. These three are done. Okay, how so basically what you have learned is semicolon. This will execute one after another, एक के बाद एक execute करता रहेगा. And basically आपको अगर first command run कर रहा है, then only second command will run. Second command run करेगा. And pipe means अगर first command fail होता है तो आपका second command तभी run करेगा. Okay, so these are the three types of executing multiple command statements. So now we go on to what's called file descriptors. Okay, this is a really important topic in bash scripting or Linux in general or even for OPP. So ध्यान से करना इसको. Okay, so this is how your standard output input works basically. Okay, so this is keyboard. Okay, this is your standard input. Okay, standard input is given by 0, denoted by 0, standard output by 1, and standard output by 2. Okay, so basically what it does is it takes command from input from keyboard, passes it to the command. Okay, whatever the output is, it is, and whatever the error is, if there is any, both are outputted to the same output device, that is by default is the monitor. Okay, this is monitor. I have no idea if it looks like a monitor or anything, but yeah. Okay, takes input from keyboard, standard input, and output error or results, whatever there is on monitor, which is a standard output. Okay, and this is your standard error. Okay, so this is your basic execution or input output mechanism. Okay, so first one is greater than. Okay, so first one is greater than, then file name. Okay, what it does is, this is output redirector. Okay, this is we are redirecting. Okay, what this will do is it will redirect standard output. I'm saying standard output, standard output to file name. Okay, whatever the file name is given. Okay, standard output will be file1 now, and standard error will be monitor, and standard input will also be keyboard because we are not saying anything. Okay, and this will overwrite the file. Okay, overwrite file name. Okay, for example, cat f2 greater than f7. Okay, so whatever the output of cat f2 is, it will be redirected to f7. Okay, f7 whatever it is, let's just say it is a file. Okay, so output will be stored in f7 now instead of being shown on screen. Okay, so screen will not be shown anything. Okay, let's just do it. I think there is one. Let me remove both of this rf t.txt, and let's do cat test.txt. Okay, there is nothing. Okay, so I need to write something. Let's say whatever there is. Okay, Oh fuck, I pressed control plus C, not control plus D. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Control D. Yeah. Let's say cat test dot txt. Okay. So it is saved. Okay. I ignore that percentage. I clicked a mistake. Okay. Okay. First one is greater than symbol. Okay. So now let's see cat test dot txt. But I do not want the output to be shown on screen. Rather, I want it to be saved in test1.txt. Okay. Test1.txt. Okay. So now if you do, there is nothing shown on screen. But if now you do cat test1.txt. Okay, there are three lines which is the same as what was in test.txt. Okay, lol. Uh, okay, this next thing is double greater than. Okay, this thing double greater than, double greater than. Uh, Double greater than what it does is it doesn't overwrite, rather it appends to end of file. Okay, appends to end. Okay, will append at the end instead of overwrite. Okay. Uh, I do know. I think I have date. Yeah, I have date. Okay. Now let's say I want to add the date at the end of the test.txt. Okay. So now I'll say date, but instead of outputting it on screen or also not overwriting overwriting the already existing test1.txt, let me just say test1.txt. Okay. Now if I do cat test1.txt, the date is added at the last wherever the cursor is. Okay, as you can see Feb 5 1910 is shown. Okay. So this is your first two things done. One is this and the double dash. Okay. Double greater than. Okay. Okay, same thing with two greater than. Okay, if you want, now let's say you have another file called error.txt. Okay, where you want to save all your errors. Okay, all errors. Okay, all errors are saved here. Okay, let's just say this. Okay, so now instead of, we can't use this. Okay, because this redirects standard output. Okay, it doesn't redirect the standard error. Okay, we need to redirect any error that comes to here. Okay, so for that we use two greater than. Okay, two then greater than, because two is the convention of representing standard error, and greater than is the redirector, as we have learned. Okay, so basically what we do now is command, whatever your command is, two greater than wherever you want to redirect it to. Okay, so in this case standard output will still be screen and standard error will be file 1. Okay, in this case. Okay, let's say cat cat h. Okay, there is no cat h. Okay, there is no h. Now I want any error to be saved to test1.txt. Okay. So see, instead of being shown here, if we do cat test1.txt, see it also shows the error. Okay, we have used one greater than, that's why it has overwritten everything that was already there. Okay, so now the error is written here instead of being shown as an output. Okay, so with this is your done, this is done, this is done. Okay, less than is for standard input. If you want to take input from any other file rather than taking it from keyboard itself. Okay, for example, cat, I cannot find less than lol, cat less than test.txt, and I will write this output though test1.txt. So now if we do cat test1.txt, this if as you progress further, the input thing will be more clear, and basic levels the input is not really visible. Okay, because if you still do the same thing as test.txt, it will still give you the same thing, so it's really hard to explain at this point. As you progress further, you will see more uses and they will be more clear. Okay, so for now, just remember this. There won't be much questions on this. Okay, just remember how this error thing and this greater than thing. Okay, these are more important. This is not as such important. Okay, okay, you can also do more than one, and in like greater than file one basically, and two greater than and one. Okay, so basically what this syntax does is, standard output is file one. This is simple. Okay, standard out, this is doing this. Okay, standard output is file. Okay, this thing is doing this. Okay, now let's see what this is doing. 2 greater than and 1. Okay, so 2 greater than basically redirecting error, and 1 means same as output redirect, same as output redirection. Okay, so basically meaning wherever output is redirected to redirect error to same. Okay, basically meaning this. Okay, standard error is equal to standard output is equal to file 1. Okay, okay, now there is this one. Okay, so double pipe is an logical OR. Okay, basically you can say that. Okay, and single one is basically what it does is it takes the output of command 1 and processes that as input for command 2. Okay, inp out. Okay, let me show you this with an example. Let's think of some example. What can be an example? Let's see. Let's say does this work? I cannot think of an example. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, let's go back to CD and let's do ls l. Okay, and let's do what should we do? More. Will this work? Yeah. Okay, basically what more does is gives you more information about that. Okay, so if we do lsl lsl, okay, I think this should work. Okay, let's do ls. Okay, and then let's give this as input to cat greater than test1 dot txt. Okay, instead of greater than let's do greater than. Okay. So what this should do is it will take the ls of storage. Okay, and then it should write that to text1.txt. Okay, now if we do cd test sorry ls. Oof. So if we do cat test1 dot txt, it should have, yeah, okay. So this is how it works, okay. Basically pipe symbol, it will give output input, yeah, output of first command is input for second, okay. I had a brain freeze, I couldn't think of an example. Anyways, okay, so these are your basic, okay. Greater than, ये आपका आउटपुट को रिडायरेक्ट करता है ना. डबल ग्रेटर देन बेसिकली अपेंड्स एट द एंड, ये अपेंड करता है आपके एंड में, अपेंड्स एट एंड, है ना. टू ग्रेटर देन, दिस इज स्टैंडर्ड एरर रिडायरेक्शन, स्टैंडर्ड एरर को आपको रिडायरेक्ट करता है. लेस देन आपका स्टैंडर्ड इनपुट को रिडायरेक्ट करता है, ठीक है. एंड देन देयर इज पाइप विच इज आउटपुट ऑफ फर्स्ट कमांड is input for second, है ना. एंड ये स्टैकेबल होता है ना, जैसे CMD1, CMD2, CMD3, ओके. ऐसे स्टैकेबल होता है, जरूरी नहीं कि आपको एक ही कमांड यूज करना है, मतलब दो ही कर सकते हो एक साथ. इट कैन कीप गोइंग, ओके. सो दिस विल बी इनपुट ऑफ दिस, दिस विल बी इनपुट ऑफ दिस, ओके. इस तरह से चलता रहता है वो. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट थिंग इज स्लैश डेव स्लैश नल. ये एक बेसिकली एक सिंक टाइप का होता है, ओके. जैसे आपका सिंक होता है वैसे एक सिंक टाइप का होता है. अगर आपको कोई चीज है विच यू डोंट वांट टू स्टोर, या आपको लाइक डिस्कार्ड करना है, ओके. सो बेसिकली इट वर्क्स एज सिंक, ओके. वट एवर यू वांट टू डिस्कार्ड और नॉट कीप और नॉट केयर अबाउट, यू कैन रिडायरेक्ट टू दिस. जिस चीज भी आपको हटाना है, इट्स लाइक अ डस्टबिन, आप उसको वहां पे फेंक सकते हैं, ओके. जैसे इस एग्जाम्पल में greater than file1, okay. So whatever output is given by this command, it will be stored in file1, and in case any error comes, okay, it will be discarded, okay. Slash dev slash null, this is basically meaning standard output will be file1 and standard error will be redirected to dev slash dev slash null, which is basically it will get ignored, okay. Then comes a TEE, which is a command which will store intermediate results, okay, and it will also redirect the output, okay. So what this does is, see, it takes the standard input, then command 1 will work on that input and it will give standard output, okay, and the standard output is redirected as input for T command, okay. And then T command will output something, and that output is given to file1, and in like for example it is given to file1, and also the standard output is also redirected to the monitor, okay. Whatever the basic, whatever the default is, it will be redirected to both things, okay. The output is redirected to both things, okay. Now command 1 might also run in an error, okay. So if command 1 runs into an error, it will basically get redirected straight to the default monitor or default output device, and not get redirected anywhere else. While if T gets an error, it will also get redirected to the default, okay. So basically what is doing is, T क्या कर रहा है आपका, once more in हिंदी, T क्या कर रहा है आपका, कमांड बेसिकली जैसा स्टैंडर्ड इनपुट आया, कमांड 1 ने उस पर वर्क किया एंड देन उसने कुछ आउटपुट दिया, ओके. वो आउटपुट पहले तो T कमांड के लिए एक इनपुट हुआ, फिर उसने कुछ आउटपुट दिया. अब जो भी आउटपुट दिया वो पहले file1 पे रिडायरेक्ट हुआ, या जो भी आपने दे रखा है, इन दिस एग्जांपल देयर इज file1, एंड वो ऑल्सो रिडायरेक्ट हुआ जो भी आपका डिफॉल्ट डिवाइस है उस पे, ओके. एंड एनी एरर, जो भी कहीं भी कोई भी एरर आता है, वो डिफॉल्ट स्पेस पर ही जाता है, ओके. तो ये आपका T कमांड का फंक्शन है. लेट्स सी एक एग्जांपल, जैसे ये वाला एग्जांपल दे रखा है, cat f2 then t f5 then wc, ओके. सो पहले T will redirect output of cat f2 to f5, ओके. मतलब जो भी आपका f2 का आउटपुट आया, cat f2 का आउटपुट आया, वो पहले तो cat f2 का जो भी आउटपुट हुआ वो t f5 में जाएगा, प्लस उसका आउटपुट wc, दोनों में जाएगा, ओके. wc बेसिकली आपका वर्ड और कैरेक्टर्स उन सब की डिटेल्स देता है, किले, है ना. So let's just do it. cd test, okay. Let's say cat test1.txt pipe symbol, TEE. Mm, we will need to have a file like this. Okay, let's just say test.txt, and also to WC. Okay, 2 3 18. Okay, two words, three characters. Eight. No, WC is. I need to check. Okay, पहले कौन सा आता है फिर कौन सा आता है. I think 2 lines. Okay, let's just do cat. I forgot the sequence basically. जिस sequence में वो आता है. Yeah, 3 lines, 18 characters. Wait. Okay, let's run this again. Okay. Okay, so basically 2 lines, 3 words and 18 characters. Okay, the words, characters, uh, lines, 2 lines, 3 words and 18 characters. Lines, then words, then characters. Okay, so 2 is lines, 3 is characters, and 18 is characters. Okay, so first is 2 lines. Okay, 3 words, 18 characters. So lines, then words, then characters. Okay, got it. Sorry, I just get confused in this. WC, I get always confused. Anyways, okay. So what we have done till now is first we saw executing multiple commands, how to execute multiple commands. Then we went on to file descriptors, where we saw 4 basic things. First is this, second append, third is standard error redirection, fourth is input redirection, fifth is piping. Okay. We also saw dev slash null. We also saw t. Okay, t command. Okay, and I think this is the last. Okay, no, this there is something more. Okay, okay, week 4 is here. Okay, rejects. Okay, let's get this over with. Okay, next is flow control commands. Okay, basically flow control commands is how you are controlling the flow of different processors and everything. Where when you are running an operating system, there will always be more than one processor running at once. So to control the overall flow, you need these commands. Okay, तो जैसे कि आप क्विक इन हिंदी, बेसिकली जैसा भी आपका ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम होता है, एक से ज़्यादा प्रोसेस हमेशा रन करते हैं उस पर. तो जैसे आपको एक से ज़्यादा प्रोसेस जब भी रन करना होता है, आपको उनका फ्लो कंट्रोल करना पड़ता है कि लाइक फर्स्ट कौन सा होगा, सेकंड कौन सा होगा, बेसिकली जॉब शेड्यूलिंग एंड वो सब चीज़ें आ जाती हैं इसमें. एंड उनमें ये कमांड्स हम यूज़ करते हैं. ओके, so first one is sleep, which basically sleep makes your command, whatever you give as it will just sleep for that many seconds. Okay, let's just say sleep 2, or let's just say sleep 5. Okay, so it will sleep for 5 seconds. Okay, there's no, you can't use any commands for now. Yeah, and just as 5 seconds ends, it just comes back. Okay, you can on the right hand side you can see the time is written as 5s. Okay, 5, that means 5 seconds. Okay, so that is how sleep works. Then there is coproc, which basically creates a core processor to push the command given after this. Okay, so whatever it follows coproc, it will send that process to the background. Okay, so basically meaning you can keep working on the flow, you can keep working on the front foreground, and it will keep running in the background. Okay, so let's say coproc I tried to spell. Yeah, let's just say sleep 15 seconds. Sleep 15. Okay, so it will sleep for 15, and as soon as I press enter, it will go to the background. Okay, and as you can see, I still have my command terminal open. Okay, I can do whatever I want here. Okay, ls, I can do lsl, whatever I want, like whatever process I want. I can also do sleep, and as soon as I see that 15 seconds were done, it came to the foreground itself and told me that sleep 15 is done. Okay, let me show you one thing. Sleep coproc sleep 15. Let's go back to the background, and I can also run the same command again. Okay, sleep 2. Okay, and as soon as it's done, you can see it. Okay, if I do ps and okay, so it will basically show you as a forest type all of the processes running. If I do okay, and then I do ps forest, it will also show the sleep. Okay, the sleep process that is running currently. So this is how you can see whichever process is running. Okay, so that was sleep done, coproc is done, ps forest I also showed. Okay, okay, so shows all running processes as forest. Okay, as a forest. uh, okay, so fg it brings whatever background process to the foreground. Okay, the execution still continues, but it will come to the foreground. Okay, let's do sleep. Okay, now click coproc sleep 15, and if I do fg, okay, so it will come to the foreground. Now I can't use because sleep 15 is on the foreground. Okay, so I need for 15 seconds to pass before I can access my terminal again. Okay, so we need to wait for 15 seconds, and as soon as it is done, as you can see, there is 13 seconds. Okay, the timer shows 13 seconds on the right hand side because 2 seconds were already passed before we did fg. Okay, so this is how fg works. So now fg is also done. Okay, so for kill we need process id. Okay, we need to do coproc again, but we need, let's say, 30, or let's say 100 because we will killing it anyways. Okay, so now it is on the background, and if we do ps forest, now the first column shows the process id. Okay, so we need to do kill 9. Okay, I will explain the why the 9 is there, 9 option, what it does. Okay, uh, now we need to give process id. We need to kill the sleep process. Okay, so the id is 29569. Okay, so as soon as it in, it will tell me which process I killed, and the description, that is sleep 100. Okay, what the okay, so let me explain what 9 does. Okay, this option will release all allocated resources, then delete the process. Okay, so if we don't use this, deadlock can happen. Okay, what you need to know for processes in linux is processes in linux takes all needed resources before starting and holds till completion. Let's say I need to, okay, I run a command for a printer. For example, there is only one printer, and I need to print. Okay, so as soon as I enter the command for print, it will hold the printer until it is done printing. Okay, so while it is holding, another process cannot use this printer. Okay, okay, so when we kill any process, we also need to release the printer from that process. Okay, from this command is hold. Okay, let's just go. Okay, so but if we don't, for example, I killed the command. Okay, command, it holds the printer. Okay, I only have one printer in my office. Command is killed, but uh, printer is not free from its hold. Okay, so any other process cannot access this printer. Okay, so this is why we use the 9. Okay, so let's just go over it with Hindi. Basically क्या होता है ना, जैसे लिनक्स में क्या होता है, जो भी प्रोसेस हम स्टार्ट करते हैं ना, उसको जो भी चीज़ें ज़रूरत होती है, फॉर एग्जांपल उसको प्रिंटर की ज़रूरत है, उसको एक प्रोसेसर की ज़रूरत है, एक कोर की ज़रूरत है, तो इट विल जस्ट होल्ड दोज रिसोर्सेज अंटिल इट इज डन एग्जीक्यूटिंग. ओके, सो कंप्लीशन तक इट विल होल्ड ऑल ऑफ दिस. ओके, देन तो इसलिए हम किल में हम 9 ऑप्शन का यूज करते हैं. ये फ्लैग क्या करता है, इट रिमूव्स ऑल हेल्ड रिसोर्सेज, बेसिकली उसको फ्री कर देता है ना, एंड देन किल्स द प्रोसेस. तो इससे क्या होता है, हमारे डेडलॉक्स नहीं आते. डेडलॉक्स कब आते हैं, डीबीएमएस जिसने भी किया है उसको पता होगा, जब दो चीजें एक ही चीज को एक्सेस करने की ट्राई करते हैं, है ना, और एक ने पहले ही उसको पकड़ रखा है ना. एक ने इसको पहले पकड़ रखा है, एंड जब दूसरी चीज उसको मतलब उसको यूज करने जाती है तब उसको डेडलॉक कहते हैं। ओके, जॉब्स बेसिकली आपको सारे जो भी चीजें रन कर रहे हैं उस वो सारे जॉब्स दिखा देगा, है ना। ओके, नाउ क्रिएशन ऑफ bash subshells. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, let's just see if this can be run on this. Okay, echo. Uh, I'm not using bash actually. I'm using. Let's see what it does. Okay. I yeah. I need. I will show. Okay, I will show these things on Kali. Okay, with the next week thing. Okay. I will show echo. I will show these all these commands in the next with week 4. I will show it on Kali. Okay. ID will work. Okay, history. Okay, so as soon as you type history, it will show you all the commands you have ran. Okay, so now if you want to run any command, for example, cat test1.txt, the history has given this an ID of 125. Okay, now see this 125 cat test1.txt. So if I want to run this, instead of typing this, I can just say this and then ID of that command. Okay, so it will just run this. Okay, and if I just enter, it will show the command. Okay, so I have shown you this. Basically with this I have also shown you the history. Okay, history. Okay, so these are done. Okay, I will show you this echo and everything, these all things in Kali. Okay, I will explain you once. Okay, so basically what it means is you can have more than one subshell. Okay, one is your main subshell, one is your main shell which you run on terminal, and you can create subshells from that. Okay, so which will run more commands. Okay, so basically type of multitasking. Okay, okay, for example, let's say uh, echo bash underscore subshell. Okay, this command will tell you which subshell has run that command. Okay, zero is the main shell, and basically zero is the main shell and the numbering just goes up. Okay, if you enclose this in a bracket. Okay, I think bracket should work here also. No, still running the same thing. Okay, I'll show you on this on Kali because I know how it works there. I do not know how it works somewhere. Okay. So yeah, basically as soon as you enclose this, it will be ran from a different subshell, and it will create a subshell and it will run that. Okay. So now if we double enclose this, okay, so ls, then we enclose this in another bracket and ls code. Okay, so ls will be the first subshell and date and echo will be ran from the second subshell. Okay, you can create as many as you want. Okay, this command tells you what your shell can do. Okay, this should run dollar. Okay, so all these things have different meanings. Okay, you do not need to get into what all these means. Okay, I means interactive. Okay, so there are many different meanings of this. Okay, you don't need to get into this, just know that this command will tell you what your shell can do. Okay, then there is echo uh, dollar question mark. Okay, it will tell you the status of the previously executed command. Okay, like here. Okay, echo dollar question mark will tell you status of previous executed command. Okay, zero is successful execution. Okay, zero means successfully executed, and anything else between zero say 255 is means error. Basically, there are 255 errors defined, 256 total errors, or 256 total numbers IDs defined as. Okay, where zero means executed, and rest 255 255 have different IDs. Okay, let's just say CDBL. Okay, there is no CDBL. Okay, so now if we run this command again, it will show 1. Okay, so no such file or directory. This error has a error ID of 1. Okay, okay. Now if you want to exit the terminal with specific error code, we can give that also. Okay, let's just say exit 2. Okay, process completed. Okay, it will exit with that code. Okay, whatever that code means. Okay, cd no, exit 1. Okay. Process completed. Okay, now you can press enter. Okay, it will exit with that code. Okay, but if you give anything over 200, okay, I anything over 200, 256, okay, sorry, 256, anything over 256, 300 is greater than 256. What it will do is it will mod with that. Okay, mod, you know what mod means. Okay, and whatever the result it, that error code will be returned. Okay, or returned. Okay, let's say exit 300. Okay, it just exists that moment only. Okay, so you can see process completed with error 44. Okay, code 44. Okay, so basically 300 mod 256 is 44, so that error code is returned. Okay, this I will run it later. Okay, on Kali, or let me try it once. Okay, I'll explain you first what this does. Okay, so first is bash. Okay, it creates a bash subshell. Okay, then it's C flag means chain execution. Okay, it will run them all. Okay, then this command echo dollar dollar, it basically prints all the process IDs. Okay, PS forest we are using semicolons. Okay, so PS forest will be executed after that, and it will show as show processes as a forest structure. Okay, and after that exit 200 will exit with error 200. Okay, let me just try this one. Okay, so now see what is the, I am using ZSH because I am using the ZSH shell. Okay, so see, I basically told you what it does. It is a chain execution. Echo slash that would slash will print the process ID of that, and then PS forest will show all the processes running as a forest structure, and then at last it will exit with 200 code. As soon as I press enter, you can see the first line. It basically is 1228. It shows the process ID of that, and then PS forest is executed, and it shows the forest structure, and at last you can see on the right hand side it basically is exiting with a code 200 because it's giving an error. Okay, so basically it is exiting and the error code shown is 200. Okay, so this is how this works. I have used ZSH shell here. Okay, so I think ZSH will work here also. Okay, so yeah, ZSH underscore subshell, basically it is giving 0. Okay, so that means it is the main subshell. Okay, if we run the same thing, but we do this. Okay, so it is creating a subshell. Okay, so 1. Okay, uh, so I have shown you these also. Okay, I have shown you this. Okay, now if we do ls, uh, then date, then echo. Okay, I think I'm writing this right. Okay, yeah, echo dollar csh underscore subshell. And now if we close both, it should give us, okay. So yeah, first ls is ran, then date is ran, and then it shows echo underscore echoes css subshell. And since echoes csh subshell, that command is with date, so it is ran from the second subshell, then that's why it shows as 2. Okay, so now I have shown you all these commands. Okay, so at last there is a thing called software management. Okay, so software management, first thing is lsb release a, which it basically means which operating system is running. It will tell you the which operating system is running. That's all. lsb underscore release, right? Yeah, a. Oh, it is not released, like not included in this term. Okay, I need to download it. Okay, so basically, then there is something called a package manager. Okay, so Windows has its own package manager, which is File Explorer. Every operating system, every Linux distro has most of the operating systems in Linux have their own package managers. Okay, so what is the need for package managers? It provides you with tools for installing, updating, removing, and managing software. Basically, whatever your File Explorer does, or in your phone, your App Manager does. Then install new or update softwares across network. File package to file lookup or file package lookup, both ways. Okay. Database of packages on the system, including versions. It keeps the database, and it constantly updates them also. Dependency checking. Okay. If a package is dependent on 3 other packages, for example, so it will check all 3 packages are there or not. Okay, and if they are not, it will give you an error. Okay, signature verification tools. Okay, if you are transferring something over internet, signature verification means if it is transferred correctly over network. Okay, checksums is used for this. It also provides you with tools for building packages. Okay, there are main 2 package managers in Linux, our Linux environment or Linux distros. Okay, first is rpm, second is deb. Okay, rpm has red hat and SUSE enterprise Linux, so basically these all use rpm. Okay, and these use deb. Okay, then there are architectures also. Package. Okay, this is basically which processor it is running on. Okay, AMD 64, if you have an AMD processor, it will be this, or Windows. Okay, i3. Okay, basically meaning uh, mm, Android. Okay, this is also there. All no arch basically means that it doesn't have a specified architecture. Okay, no architecture. Okay, then there are tools. Okay, uh, there is yum. Okay, yellow tag update modifier, which is basically used by rpm and dnf. Okay, then there are those we will be mostly using, which is deb, apt. Okay, you must have known this command, apt get update. Okay, get update, those commands. Okay, then there is dpkg. Okay, this is also a tool uh, for using deb package manager. Okay, so these are some basic commands. Uname a, which is basically username and architecture. It shows you username and architecture, which apt will give you where it is stored. Okay, for example, which apt, it will show you the path where apt is located. Okay, uh, apt cache and map. Okay, nmap is just an example. Okay, so what apt cache, what it does is it searches all packages and returns the packages with the keyword nmap in their description, in their names, wherever. Okay, apt cache, then package names, then it will list all packages. Okay, and then apt cache show a flag package. Okay, it will display package records of a package. Okay, okay, so these are basic commands. You can just run them on your own, and you can just see this. Okay, there's nothing much to explain here. Okay, then the naming conventions. Okay, there's a naming convention for RPM and deb. Okay, so RPM follows package, then it shows version, then it shows release, and then followed by a dot, then it shows the architecture, and at last it has the extension of .rpm. Okay, same for deb, but it just has an underscore before version, and then the most of it is same. Just you can see where the distinctions are. Okay, then there is something called as package priorities. Okay, package priorities is required, important, standard, optional, extra. Okay, these are basically theory based. Okay, so required are the packages which are essential for proper system functioning. Okay, these are included as soon as you install the OS. These are required and these are installed with that only. Okay, then there are important packages which provides functionality that enables the system to run well. Okay, these are also bundled along with that only. Okay, along with your kernel. Okay, then there are the standard versions. These are also included in a standard system installation. Okay, then these two are optional and extras. Okay, optionals are if you can omit if you don't have enough storage, and same for extra. These could conflict with packages with higher priority. They have specialized requirements. Install only if needed. These are external packages which we download. For example, let's just say for Kali, I do a git clone of a phone infoga. Okay, phone infoga is a tool which gives you details about a specific phone number which you give to it. Okay, so if I git clone that, or if I install any other package, that will be considered as extra package. Okay, then there are checksums which we talked about. There are three main checksums. Okay, one is MD5, then SHA, and SHA 256, SHA 1 and SHA 256. MD5 sum is 128 bit, SHA 1 is 160 bits, and 256 is 256 bit. Okay, you can check checksum. You can show the checksum with this command MD5 or any command or any checksum you want. Okay, you just need to replace this. Okay, then there is a thing called only sudo users can install, upgrade, or remove packages. Okay, basically meaning only the super users, the admins, can install, upgrade, or remove packages. That's why if you want to install anything on the VM or course VM, it won't let you install or delete. Okay, you need to have a VM of your own. Okay, so I won't be able to show you right now these commands. Okay, because I do not have sudo permission here. Okay, because this phone is not rooted. Okay, this tablet is not rooted, that's why I won't be able to show you sudo commands. Okay, I will explain this to you, and as I'm doing week 4 or some whenever I go on Kali or do PPT2, I will show you then. Okay, so yeah, apt get update basically updates your packages. Okay, upgrade mean if there is any new version, it will just upgrade that. Okay, install package basically meaning to let install a package. Okay, and basically apt install date anything, install cal, cmatrix, anything. Reinstall is basically reinstalling the same package. Okay, and sometimes what happens is there are some checksum errors or verification errors or dependency errors, so in those cases we need to reinstall this. Okay, then there comes removing or cleaning up. Okay, apt get auto remove is basically auto remove. What it does is it removes all packages that were installed to satisfy dependency and not needed. Okay, not needed anymore. Okay, for example, I am deleting a package and it has 3 dependencies. Okay, so auto remove will also remove all those dependencies as well. Okay, apt get clean will clean local repository of all retrieved package files. Okay, remove will basically remove a package. Purge basically means complete deletion with no way to back it up, or it will also delete the backups also. Okay, so it will purge all package files. Okay, all files related to that package. Okay, all files related to that package. Okay, let's just go over it once more in Hindi. Okay, basically जो भी आपका सॉफ्टवेयर मैनेजमेंट में दो एक चीज आती है सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट, जो कि होता है आपका पैकेज मैनेजर। पैकेज मैनेजर आपको अलग अलग आपको अलाउ करता है कि आप अलग अलग चीजें इंस्टॉल कर सके, डिलीट कर सके, अपडेट कर सके, कुछ भी, है ना। और ये आपका डिपेंडेंसी चेक करता है, सिग्नेचर वेरिफिकेशन करता है, ये सारे काम होते हैं पैकेज मैनेजर के। दो मेन पैकेज मैनेजर्स होते हैं हमारे लिनक्स में, वन इज आरपीएम, वन इज डेब। ओके, सारे जितने भी डेबियन बेस्ड हैं वो सारे डेब यूज करते हैं, एंड जो भी रेड हैट या सूस बेस्ड है वो सारे आरपीएम यूज करते हैं। ये आपके प्रोसेसर्स के नाम हो गए, अलग अलग आर्किटेक्चर होते हैं। नो आर्च बेसिकली मतलब होता है कि कोई स्पेसिफिक आर्किटेक्चर पे ये आर्किटेक्चर का नहीं है, ये इट कैन वर्क ऑन मोस्टली ऑल ऑफ इट। एंड देन देयर इज yum, and there are tools. These are basically tools to access the package manager. Okay, rpm has a yum, and then rpm and dnf. There are two tools basically, and then we will mostly be using which is apt and dpkg, है ना। ये आपकी चीजें होती हैं, ये मैंने आपको एग्जांपल समझ ही दिए। और ये नेमिंग कन्वेंशन है, इस तरह का नेम होता है, इस हिसाब से नेमिंग कन्वेंशन होता है। पैकेज की कुछ प्रायोरिटीज होती हैं, रिक्वायर्ड मतलब होना ही चाहिए, विदाउट दिस द सिस्टम वोंट बी फंक्शनिंग। इंपॉर्टेंट आर little less important than required, but also काफी important है ये, like they are needed। required, important and standard are bundled with your kernel। जैसे आप ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इंस्टॉल करते हैं, ये तीनों चीजें हमेशा इंस्टॉल होती ही हैं। Then there are two things which are optional and extra। okay, optional, आप अगर आपके पास ज्यादा स्टोरेज नहीं है तो आप उनको स्किप कर सकते हैं। एक्स्ट्रा जो आप खुद से अलग से डाउनलोड करते हैं, है ना, वो सारे एक्स्ट्राज में आते हैं। चेकसम्स 3 टाइप के बेसिक होते हैं, MD5 सम, SHA एंड SHA 256। ओके, इंस्टॉल अपडेट के लिए आपको sudo परमिशन होनी चाहिए, इसीलिए अगर आप कोर्स VM पे आप कुछ भी इंस्टॉल या डाउनलोड करना चाहेंगे या रिमूव करना चाहेंगे, इट वोंट लेट यू डू दैट। ओके, इट विल से परमिशन डिनाइड। ओके, अपडेट आपका अपडेट करता है, अपग्रेड आपको नए वर्जन पे अपग्रेड कर देता है। इंस्टॉल, दिस इज हाउ यू इंस्टॉल अ पैकेज, apt इंस्टॉल, पैकेज का नाम। एंड अगर कुछ दिक्कत आए तो यू कैन बेसिकली री इंस्टॉल, सेम रिमूव होता है ना। ऑटो रिमूव क्या करता है, जैसे ही आप पैकेज रिमूव करेंगे वो पैकेज के साथ साथ उसकी सारी डिपेंडेंसीज रिमूव कर देगा। क्लीन आपका क्या करता है, लोकल रिपोजिटरी को सारे रिट्रीव पैकेज फाइल, जो भी रिट्रीव पैकेज फाइल्स है उनको हटा देता है लोकल रिपोजिटरी से। रिमूव पैकेज बेसिकली आपका पूरा रिमूव कर देगा। पर्ज बेसिकली क्या होता है, इट इज अ फुल कंप्लीट रिमूवल विदाउट एनी बैकअप। ओके, ये सारा मतलब हटा देता है, मतलब कोई उसका नामो निशान नहीं छोड़ता है एक टाइप से। ओके, दिस इज वीक 4। ओके, हाँ, तो देन यूजिंग dpkg। ओके, dpkg होता है कमांड सेम होता है। dpkg के जो ये कमांड्स तो सेम है, dpkg के कुछ अलग चीजें हैं जो आपको हेल्प करती है काफी टाइम। जैसे कि आपको कोई पैटर्न सर्च करना हो ना, तो जैसे -l देन आप पैटर्न डाल दो, तो ये सारे ऐसे पैकेजेस डाल देगा जिसके आउटपुट कर देगा जिसके नेम्स पैटर्न को मैच करते हैं ना, dpkg l पैटर्न, है ना। आई विल शो दिस, ये कमांड्स मैं आपको काले पे शो करूंगा क्योंकि उससे काफी सारे मेरे पास वो है पैकेजेस हैं, तो आसान रहेगा मेरे को शो करने में, है ना। है ना, तो -l उसके लिए होता है। कैपिटल L, ये दिस विल लिस्ट ऑल इंस्टॉल फाइल्स दैट केम फ्रॉम पैकेजेस। ओके, मतलब जो भी फाइल्स है दैट वर इंस्टॉल्ड अलोंग विद दैट, सो इट विल शो ऑल दोस फाइल्स रिलेटेड टू दैट पैकेज। ओके, इट विल शो ऑल दोस फाइल्स रिलेटेड टू दैट पैकेज। ओके, आई विल शो दिस ऑन काली। ओके, -s जो आता है, स्मॉल s बेसिकली, स्मॉल s इट विल रिपोर्ट स्टेटस ऑफ पैकेजेस के कौन सा इंस्टॉल्ड है, कौन सा मतलब बैकअप हो रखा है, कौन सा अनवर्किंग है जो वर्क नहीं कर रहा फॉर सम रीजन, एंड इट विल शो द स्टेटस ऑफ ऑल दोस। एंड कैपिटल S क्या करता है, इट विल सर्च इंस्टॉल पैकेजेस फॉर अ फाइल। ओके, बेसिकली पैकेज कोई है, उसके अंदर कोई एक फाइल है। ओके, एंड आई नीड टू सर्च दैट फाइल। ओके, एंड मेरे को नहीं पता कि किस फाइल में वो पैकेज है ना, सॉरी किस पैकेज में वो फाइल है। ओके, Z1 2 है ना, कुछ भी हो सकता है, तो आई नीड टू सर्च फॉर दिस फाइल, तो तब मैं यही वाला यूज करूंगा। ओके, डेप पैकेज इंस्टॉल करने के लिए ये आपका कमांड होता है ना। अच्छा, पैकेजेस अनइंस्टॉलिंग यूजिंग dpkg इजंट रिकमेंडेड, आपको इतना जानने की जरूरत नहीं, क्यों नहीं है ना, काफी डीप जाता है ये, तो इसलिए dpkg से आप अनइंस्टॉल नहीं करें तो बेटर है, आप ऐसे करके अनइंस्टॉल करें apt-get से, है ना, तो बेटर रहेगा। ओके, तो इस तरह से आपका ये पूरा वीक 3 कंप्लीट हो गया। मैं आपका ये सारे अपने काली पे बता दूंगा, डोंट वरी अबाउट दीज ऑल। ओके, मैं ये सारे बता दूंगा आपको, ये भी बता दूंगा आपको, है ना। मैं शायद पर्ज और सारा नहीं बता पाऊंगा, बट आई विल स्टिल ट्राई कि जितने हो सके मैं बता दूं आपको। एंड ये भी मैं उसी में बताऊँ, है ना। ये सारे मैं चीज़ें आपको काली पे बता दूंगा। आई थिंक वीक 4 के साथ आई विल ऐड अ स्मॉल पार्ट, है ना। बाकी बाकी सारी चीज़ें आई हैव कवर्ड। जीएचएस शेल भी मैंने कवर कर दिया, है ना। ये वाले कमांड्स मैंने कवर कर दिए, है ना। सो वीक 3 का मोस्टली आपको डन है। आई नो थोड़ा सा रश था ये, बट मैंने ये 3 बार रिकॉर्ड कर चुका हूँ, है ना। तो है ना, तो सारे चीज़ें तो मैंने कर दी हैं। बाकी अगर फिर भी कुछ डाउट्स बच गया हो, इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स यू कैन जस्ट पुश आस्क देम इन द कमेंट्स। एंड अगले वीक से सारे वीडियोस टाइम पे आएंगी। एंड इस वीक मेरा जस्ट बहुत कुछ चल रहा है मेरी लाइफ में, सॉरी, है ना। So thanks for watching, and do join the WhatsApp group. I have all the notes and everything uploaded there already, and I will share them again. है ना? So I will join the link, add the link in the description. So yeah, all the best.